Welcome everybody back. We are in episode 5.5, I believe. 5.5 for you over-unders and point spread nerds. It's actually a good number, not a football number. We're going to talk about some hockey. The Capitals and the Red Wings played last night. We went to that game as a group. Shout out us. We're going to talk some football this weekend. Some big college games. We got frauds versus frauds on Saturday, and then we got some NFL games. We're gonna make some picks against the spread. But how we doing, everybody?
I'm good.
Good.
Great.
Coming off a tough loss, but last night, but that's all right. It's a good game.
I'm feeling great.
Yeah. All right.
My captain.
Yeah, let's talk about that game real quick. What was it? 3-2 was the final score.
Yep. 3-2 OT. Larkin with the game winner.
Assisted from Calder Cup winner Lucas Raymond. He's gonna win it. So.
It just says that was a good shot. The Capitals aren't very good in OT.
neither are we. We're like 0 Nah, I guess that was the Lightning. We're like 0-5 I don't fucking know. You have a terrible stat in OT.
Gab shoots
let's
great
go.
OT. But...
Yeah, but overall good game. Just get to see Ovi hunting down Gretzky closer and closer each game. It seems like, but he has.
What is he at now?
8 goals.
No, total.
I don't know the total.
Yeah, I don't know exactly either.
716. I don't know.
That does not sound
more than that.
Yeah.
Well, I saw something today. He tied.
It's not 800.
Was it Mario Lemieux for the fastest to 8 goals or the most goals after 7 games in your age 36 plus season or something like that?
I mean,
it was something like that.
Good for him, but we can't be making up stats like that all the time.
738.
I don't. That's not made up.
738 goals all time.
All right, thanks, guy.
Because 741, I believe, is Hull.
It was that 5th, 7th,
4th.
That was close, but it was a good game.
Both teams had fun. They both got a point.
Yeah, I was rooting for the over. I didn't win, of course, because why would I? It was looking good at the second period, but fuck me. So in other hockey news, we had the Chicago Blackhawks organization. Their investigation ended, I guess it was Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm not 100% sure. But Stan Bowman and his assistant, I believe, dropped out, resigned as hockey operations and vice president of hockey operations. Rightfully so. This, I know you guys don't know much about it, so I guess we'll talk about it another time, because this is, I would like everybody to watch the interviews and read everything and read the stuff that I've been reading, because it's another one of those sexual assault cases between a player that was up and coming in the league who actually came out yesterday, and then there's another kid from Michigan who was a minor, and the predator, that's what I'm going to call him, Brad Aldridge, he was the video coach, and he has been convicted of like minor sexual assault. And of course, America being America, they gave him like 9 months in jail and 5 years of probation, which is
Right.
another conversation for another time. Shout out America. But Kyle Beach, he was the John Doe that came out, and he had a tweet that I sent to the group chat shortly before this podcast started. I wanted to read what it said real quick. So it says, I have immense gratitude for the outpouring of endless love and support that has come through within the past 48 hours. Although the results of the private investigation have been released and the Blackhawks have apologized, my battle is really just beginning as the Blackhawks continue to attempt to destroy my case in court. I'll take all this time to reflect and continue in the healing process. It is a reminder that this is not about me as an individual. This is to promote open communication that will facilitate change for the future, to promote safety as well as health and the well-being of society as a whole. Thank you. And this is for those who don't know, this allegation has been out since this happened in 2010, so 11 years ago. You know what else happened? Also happened in 2010? The Blackhawks won the Stanley Cup. This literally happened before. This was reported during the Western Conference Finals of that year, May 23rd, 2010. I have the date, which is the Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup 17 days later. Absolutely nothing happened of this. No coaches were really fired at the time. And it's upsetting to see because the coach of the Blackhawks at the time is Joel Quenneville, who so this came out, we'll say 48 hours ago, so we'll say Tuesday. The Panthers played Tuesday night after this came out. They were literally chanting "Fire Quenneville" in the stadium, rightfully fucking so, because he still has a fucking job and he shouldn't. He met with Gary Bateman today. I don't know what happened on that. I don't know if anybody knows. I'll try to find out. Fuck. Sorry, the Penguins game's on as well. But I would like for you guys to read this. I'll send you the stuff I have, but this is another one of those hockey cultures need to change. This incident was reported and nothing happened of it. This is now the world 11 years ago is a lot different than it is now. That being said, everybody should be fucking fired. Fuck everybody. Gary Bateman, you fucking scumbag. Fucking do something, you fucking pussy. I'm coming for these people. I'm coming for Roger Goodell, Dan Snyder, not Rob Snyder, I'm sorry. But you fucking deserve it. So I have some names. Joel Quenneville, fuck you. John McDonough, team president at the time, fuck you. Brett Aldridge, you fucking predator, you fucking scumbag, you fucking dirty piece of shit. I hope you fucking die. Fuck you. Stan Bowman, fuck you. Ricky Wirtz and Danny Wirtz, who are the CEO, and they claim to have no knowledge. Fuck you. I think you did. And shout out Kyle Beach for being the John Doe of the investigation and coming out and being the face of this. And shout out him for going what he's going through. It's gonna be fucking tough. Obviously, I read what they read. The Blackhawks are still fucking trying to settle this, which is just give them money to shut the fuck up. So, fuck you, Blackhawks. You're a fucking shitty fucking organization. Fuck Taze. Fuck Kane for what they said yesterday. It was fucking terrible. You guys got anything?
I would like to say a little something. I think it's sickening, and then first off, I think it's really strong of Kyle Beach to come out and actually tell his story and not be the John Doe anymore. And I think it happens way too much in sports, and I think Joel Quenneville should be fired immediately. I mean, there's so much that happens, like with the Washington football team, for example. There's a lot that needs to be done there, and then hockey, the culture needs to be, fixed. The Blackhawks need to set an example, and they need to do something strong that'll really affect the Blackhawks to where they'll be like, yeah, you know, no team in the NHL should do that, or this is gonna happen, because it shouldn't happen anywhere in sports. I know recently, I don't know if people know, like Patrice Evra of Manchester United in soccer. He came out with his own like book, and he explains when he was sexually assaulted as like a 14 or 15-year-old when Manchester United, had them under their like youth program, and he was sexually assaulted by one of their trainers, and it's just, and you got US's gymnastics women's team. It happens way too much, and it just seems to be just swept under a rug sometimes, and like they really need to start strictly enforcing stuff instead of just letting team presidents and GMs just kind of go about their business. And the fact that just because they were competing for a Stanley Cup, they were just the president and GM were just like, let's just keep this quiet for now. Like, that shouldn't happen. And there's a lot of stuff that every major sport needs to go through, and they need to start cleaning house and taking out any of the garbage, including Washington's football team with their stuff, Chicago Blackhawks with their stuff, and just all around. They need to really start actually enforcing stuff and not just letting stuff slide just because of the money involved.
Just to piggyback, I completely agree with what you guys both said.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, don't worry, Dan Snyder. I'm coming for your ass, Roger Goodell. You fucking scum. I'm tired of these fucking commissioners. Roger Goodell is one of the most influential people probably in America because of the billions and billions the NFL makes. And Dan Snyder just has him in his pocket. I don't understand. Dan Snyder, fuck you. Maria Snyder, I'm sorry if I butchered her name. I can't remember her fucking name. Fuck you too.
Who cares?
These were
Tanya Snyder.
Yeah, I think it is Tanya. Thank you. But
who cares?
These commissioners are not doing a goddamn thing. They're all about social justice for their fucking Twitter pictures and fucking Instagram captions. But this shit has to fucking change. This is unprecedented time that we're living in, to fucking quote everybody. But it's extremely aggravating that people making $40 million a year for fucking 15 years are just sliding this under the rug. And what's his name? Fucking Bowman resigned, but he's already made his millions. He's got his fucking Stanley Cups. They're talking about Chicago was the team of the decade for the 2010s.
Fuck this shit.
And as a Penguins fan, I was quite upset as well because we were second. But you look at this, and I wish I had what Kane and Taze said, excuse me, because they said they respected Bowman as a person. And I was like, motherfucker, what? Why would you say that? You can't, as a leader, as one of the faces of the franchise, Patrick Kane is probably going to be the captain of the American team for hockey. You can't say this stuff. You have to know what's right and wrong, and people don't, and they have to go. Nobody's going to let them go, but...
Hey, don't forget about what Patrick Kane did to the taxi driver.
Yeah, it was literally at the same time, so whatever.
What did he do to them?
He punched a
a
cab driver. He was like an older
I do
dude.
Yeah. the fact that them two though did say that, like, oh yeah, we respect the GM president. Like, come on, like they said they had no knowledge. There had to be some knowledge. They had to have had some kind of idea. I remember they said something though. It was a rumor, but even if it was a rumor, you gotta kind of like think about it. Like, you can't just go thinking, oh, whatever, that might have happened to him, but it wasn't me, and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's happening within your team. If you're like Teo's team captain or something, you gotta like step up. Like, nah. And Joel Quinville didn't do anything either. Like, it's a whole shit show, and I think something should happen to every single one of them. I mean, maybe Patrick Kane and John Teos didn't know anything, but I feel like they had to have known a little something.
And so I always joke about every job is like high school because you hear all these little rumors and everybody's making fun of everybody and you got all your cliques and everything. And I don't understand how the NHL is any different. Everybody knows everything. They're all
Yeah.
friends. Everybody knows something. You fucking start whispering. You're in the locker room every fucking day. Somebody knows fucking something. So let's move on. I'm sorry I did that. A man Jack, I'm sorry that happened when you got here. Shout out you, but let's move to something else. We got Saturday night football. Yeah, we'll start with Saturday, and then we'll go to. No, we'll start with Saturday. We'll do college, and then we'll switch to NFL. So, yeah, let's talk about some Saturday football games. One in particular.
What, the Michigan and Michigan State game?
No, I'm talking about Virginia versus BYU.
Oh,
Yes, that game.
I thought you were talking about Georgia versus Florida.
I don't. Whatever game you want to talk about, I'm gonna let you talk about.
Nah, Michigan versus Spartans.
Would you consider one of the podcasts I was listening to considered Michigan State the little brother of Michigan? Do you believe that?
Yeah.
You guys are 4-9 in the last 13 years against them.
This year's different, right? This is
It
our
sounds like
year.
you're getting your ass beat by little brother, dude.
But if we're talking about like overall, like all sports, nah, Michigan State is a little brother.
I mean, I'm glad we're bringing track and field and swimming into this, but
Baseball, hockey,
I'm not gonna lie. I
even
think the same
basketball.
thing. I just feel like Michigan's got them beaten most stuff.
Yeah.
I think a Michigan State is like a second. I don't know. It's just always been like that for me too.
When you think about Michigan, what college team do you think about?
State?
Huh?
You can't say
Basketball,
Michigan.
Like the state of Michigan, like what college like sports
You
team do
want
you
to go
think?
basketball? I mean, Michigan State's got a pretty good team too.
They do.
No, they do, but like,
I think.
Tom Izzo?
Yeah. I think Michigan is typically better each year than Michigan State. I know like the past like 10 years Michigan State has been up there.
I'd say
But I
15,
mean, you got to think about
20.
like the Fab Five and everything too with Michigan.
Oh, so we're going to the 80s. Nice.
Hey, we're going way back, dude.
All right, so you want
But
to
I
bring
mean-
the 1800s into this? Might as well.
Yeah, they were balling back then.
All
But
right,
but then you got their
so-
hockey too. Which
Yeah,
is,
we're a hockey
obviously.
school. We're a hockey school.
Yeah. Let me pull up the spread real quick.
I think it's 4.
I saw 4.5.
Michigan.
Saturday is the 30th. I don't care about golf on the 30th.
It's like 50.5 over under.
There it is.
If you can figure out a pass game, you'll be all right.
Yeah, so Michigan's a 4-point favorite, over under 50.5. It is in Michigan State. Who are we going with, boys?
You can skip over me because you know who I'm gonna say.
Ronnie?
Me once. I'm sorry, I haven't seen really many Michigan State games. I'm taking Michigan. taking
Michigan.
Michigan. I'm looking at like their games right now. They haven't really played anybody great yet.
Neither has Michigan State. They're very similar
Yeah, that's what I'm
teams.
saying. Yeah, that's why I say I'm taking Michigan because Michigan State hasn't really played. Yeah,
Neither
they
has
could.
Michigan.
They haven't.
They played
Must
Wisconsin.
be nice. You know, Maryland's had to play some tough ones. They got their ass whooped by Ohio State.
Hey, we play them at the end of the year, so
I still think Michigan's better, regardless of who they've played.
Yeah.
The Big Ten is going through a gauntlet in the next two weeks, and then when Michigan plays Ohio State at the end of the year.
we gotta play
But-
Penn State also
Yeah, so I think you guys play Penn State next
week. Yep.
So let's switch over. I believe in Michigan as well. As much as I want to take Michigan State, I believe all the chumps are on Michigan State, so I'm going to take Michigan.
Then you got Penn State and Ohio State.
Penn State at Ohio State minus 18.5 for Ohio State. Give me Ohio State every day of the week.
I hate Ohio State.
They're going to
I'm
win the
taking
national
Ohio State,
championship.
too.
I said this a couple weeks ago. They are very hot. They're beating everybody by 90. Give me Ohio State.
Yeah, I'm taking Ohio State.
Oh, fuck it.
Penn State is not what they were. So I think Ohio State wins that one easily.
All right, we'll go to.
I guess you don't.
I had two other games.
I'm going Penn
What'd you say?
State. I'm going Penn State.
All right, yeah. Thanks for answering.
I'm
Yeah.
going Penn State to cover.
Fuck Ohio State. I will never pick Ohio State, even though if they play some dog shit team, I'm picking the dog shit team. I'll never pick Ohio State.
Let's see. Oh, Georgia at Florida.
They could pick fucking Liberty.
Not at Florida. It's in Jacksonville. It's the world's largest cocktail party. Georgia minus 14. I'm taking Georgia.
Yeah, I think they're too good, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
The
Florida
defense
lost to
is too
Kentucky,
good.
didn't they? Or Kentucky at least beat the spread.
Yeah, no, Florida. They lost to Kentucky, I believe.
Yeah. Georgia's too damn good.
Yeah.
It's just- I'd take that spread way over the Ohio State Penn State one. Like that's to me, that's like a given.
Oh, can I interrupt real quick? Oh, is that
Mhm.
Epsilon?
No, dude, it's unlabeled. Yes, it's Epsilon.
Just
Okay,
took a
you
big ol'
fucking-
just took a big old swig of it. I had a.
What is
I had
that?
a
Huh?
Tequila.
Is it?
No, it's unlabeled.
Last
yeah.
game, if you guys know anything about this, Ole Miss at Auburn. Auburn minus 2.5. Matt Corral, Heisman candidate, probably a top 3 quarterback prospect for next year at Ole Miss. It's gonna be a good game. Bo Nix, looking like the Bo Nix of 2014, I feel like, but probably 2019. I think I'm gonna take Auburn in this one.
Yep. I'll pick Auburn as well.
I think I'll take Ole Miss.
No,
Ole
scratch-
Miss is
no,
at
Matt Corral.
Scratch that. Mississippi.
Mississippi,
Miss.
I mean.
It's the
Yeah.
same school. Ole Miss and Mississippi is the same
Yeah.
exact thing.
See how much I follow the SEC.
No, so I was letting them finish. Yeah, I'm thinking.
Yeah, nah, just staring at each other. All right. Anything else we want to talk about before we get into our picks for this NFL slate?
The Wizards. Wizards are looking good right now.
I don't care about basketball.
I don't care what people say. They lost to the Nets the Nets whooped their ass, but the Wizards are a different team this year, man. I love the depth. Everybody's playing good. They're up.
We talked about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're up by 11 right now on the Hawks.
Just get your fucking Kyle Kuzma
Good.
jersey and just move on. Come on.
Bradley Beal missed 2 layups last night. You can't beat that.
You can't say he missed 2 layups. He
That's some
missed,
2K shit right there.
that was despicable. So I saw that, and I saw the first half over was 114.5, and the total was 114. If he fucking doesn't miss either of those fucking gimmies, Literally, gimme. Just dunk it, dude. Stand up and dunk it. It hits the over, but
Yeah.
bum. In my head, bum. Don't hit the over, bad.
He
Before
hasn't
we,
been playing as good this year, but they've still been winning because they got depth now. But we'll move on from that.
I'm with you. I'm riding that, Ronnie.
Kev?
yeah, before we go to NFL games, what about the MLB? I don't know. I'm not keeping up with it, but Ronnie
It's
over here.
1-1, and I think Houston is going to. I think we said Houston in 6. It might be Houston in 5. I think they're gonna run away.
I think everybody wants the Braves, but I do think the Houston probably has a better team right now.
Yeah.
Atlanta's missing a lot of people. I mean, look, Acuna's been out pretty much the entire season almost. And I mean, he's probably their best player outside of Freddie Freeman.
And I say Verlander's out for Houston, so
Yeah. And I mean, Houston's starters played terrible against Boston those first few games. So,
Boston.
I mean, anything could happen. I'd love to see Atlanta win, but
All right, so we're going on the NFL games now. Enough about baseball. Really go.
yeah.
All right. So as we know, we do these episodes on Thursday. So
Packers.
We got the Thursday night game tonight. This is recorded before that game. So it's Green Bay at Arizona. The spread is Arizona is favored by 6.5.
6.5.
Going with the Packers.
it's a lot. Yeah. I think I'm taking Packers
I'm
on
taking
that
the
too.
Packers.
It's Aaron Rodgers, man.
I was talking.
I don't know.
To,
Without Marquez Valdez-Scantling and Adams.
what's the record without Aaron Rodgers' record without Devontae Adams in the lineup?
It is 9-1.
9-1.
I mean, the Cardinals lost J.J. Watt. I don't know what his stats are this year, but I mean, I'm assuming they're not like Chandler Jones stats. I mean, the dude
Yeah.
had 5 sacks first week.
I looked up his stats
But-
earlier.
And he's had 1 sack the next 6, so that's not.
Yeah. But my thing is, like, Aaron Rodgers still has Aaron Jones he can throw to on like little short routes. Aaron Jones is a good running back as well. He's got Robert Tonyan, decent tight end. And I know last week
Randall
Lazard was tearing Washington up. Randall
I
Cobb,
believe Lazard is
is he out
not-
too?
Yeah, I think he's on COVID.
Oof. That's tough. I still think
It's Randall Cobb.
he is too.
No.
I was about to say, who do they have out there? They got the coach out there playing wide receiver.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus.
They got the water boy.
That's it.
Yeah, I think I'm taking Arizona.
Yeah, I think Ronnie talked me into Arizona.
Yeah, I'm going.
I
Might have
think.
talked
I
me
mean,
out for
Packers.
that.
the offense. I'm not worried about the Packers' offense. I'm worried about their defense against Arizona's offense. Arizona's offense.
They have so many weapons, man.
DeAndre Hopkins is active tonight. They're just good. They got Zach Ertz came out last week, scored a touchdown on National Tight End Day. It's a good offense.
I changed my pick.
I mean, you have another 20 minutes.
And I'm going to
change
say
it.
why. Because
You better give me a good reason.
Rodgers. Okay. I think this could possibly end up being reminiscent of the Rodgers Saints game. And because he is out of a lot of weapons. I know Devontae Adams was on COVID, but I didn't see the other guys. And if like Randall Cobb is his top receiver this week, and he's out of guys, and you compare that to Arizona's weapons,
It really comes
I
down to this game. It really is going to come down if the Packers defense shows up.
Yeah, and I mean they don't have a terrible defense, but do they have the defensive backs to compete with the weapons that Arizona has? And I don't know.
You got AJ Green, Rondale Moore, DeAndre
Yeah.
Hopkins, Zach Ertz, Christian
I mean,
Kirk.
they've got Darnell Savage at safety. He's good.
Jair Alexander. I don't know if you said
Yeah, they
him.
got Jair Alexander. Who's the other guy? I know he kind of made some plays
Darius
last.
Smith. Is that right?
I want to say it's Scrine, but it's not Buster Scrine. Something like that.
Oh, I don't know.
It's one of their other corners. Played all right, but and they got Adrian Amos. I mean, they've got some defensive back players out there that can, stop everything. But can they stop all those players? Like,
So
I don't know if
you're switching your pick.
I think so. Yeah.
Kev,
I
you want to
just
switch yours?
Nope.
Kevin's gonna win
Huh?
this one. Packers gonna win by like 50 or some shit. Aaron Rodgers, the game is his life.
All right, on to the 1 o'clock games on Sunday. Starting with Cincinnati at the New York Jets.
The New York Jets.
Bengals are favored to win this game. The spread is minus 10.5.
I'm taking Cincinnati.
I am too.
Yeah, you got to go Cincinnati.
If the Ravens lose by over 10.5, the Jets are surely losing by over 10.5. They don't have Zach Wilson. I mean, I don't know how who's their quarterback? Was it
Like
can't
Joe
remember his name.
Flacco.
Yeah. I just, regardless of what happened last week to any of the teams, I don't think the Jets have anything to compete with the Bengals offense right now. And Bengals defense is also playing decently.
Yeah, that's why I want to bring up the
Yeah.
Bengals have had sneakily a very, very good defense. I would say they held Lamar to average numbers, sacked him 5 times, beat the shit out of the Steelers. Bad defensive or offensive line, excuse me. Their defense is playing very well. Jesse Bates is very underrated. I like him as a safety.
Bates at third.
Mhm.
Jesse Bates.
Yeah, so I believe we're all on Cincy for that one. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be one of the. I really don't think that game's gonna be a good game to watch. To be honest, it's just gonna be.
Now it's
No.
So
be on red zone when they
n-
Mike White throws his third interception in the second quarter.
Yeah.
And we see
so,
Joe Flacco.
To another game, we have. That's gonna be kind of the same feeling to it as the L.A. Rams at Houston. The Rams are favored against the spread, minus 14.5. I know it's a big number, but then it's just like Houston. They just traded away
Mark Ingram.
Brandon Cooks was really upset about that. He came out the tweet. That team is just falling apart. There's nothing good going on for them, and that's why I think I'm gonna go ahead and take the Rams.
I'm
We
gonna take
are
them too.
Kev?
Same reason.
Yeah, as my
Yeah.
second favorite team, the Rams. I have to go with the Rams.
We are, I believe, 4 days away, maybe 5, from the trade deadline. Deshaun Watson still there?
I think they need to trade him.
I mean, they don't need to do shit, but
They don't, but I think they need
to
to
fleece
because it
somebody
seems like
else's
they moved
team.
on.
To
Yeah, why
fleece
not?
The Dolphins for 3 first rounders. Go ahead.
You
by
know
all
what team
means.
would fall for anything and just screw their own selves up? Is Washington. I know they're not in there, and
They were?
trade rumors. They were, but I don't think they will. But I think they need to trade him because it sounds like they probably won't start him again. I mean, I understand why. I mean, dude has so much against him right now.
Well, he also doesn't want to play. So the reason he's inactive every week is because he doesn't want to play for them. That's the reason why. He's not on the exempt list. He's not under investigation, I believe, yet, since the civil cases are still open. But,
Yeah.
of course, known good doer Roger Goodell hasn't done anything, so he's just there. And I hope I mean, the Texans are a terrible organization as well. They're just not good. But I hope they fleece somebody for 3 first rounders. So
Hope it's the Dolphins.
next,
So we're all on the Rams.
yeah,
All right. Next game we got Pittsburgh at Cleveland. Cleveland favored by 3.5 points. I do like the line for that. I do think it's gonna be a close game. Um, Baker's playing, correct?
No idea.
I
He practiced today, if that gives you
yeah
anything.
yeah. I mean, I think with Baker, I'm taking Cleveland personally, but I mean that's dependent upon at this moment. I just think with him in there, they're just. I know he's been all had his off games, but yeah, I'm rolling Cleveland.
Yeah,
Kev? Oh,
I think
Ryan?
I'm gonna take Pittsburgh in this one. I I Pittsburgh isn't what they used to be, but I could see Pittsburgh pulling away with this one. I mean, who's at home? Cleveland, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Cleveland.
Yeah, I still think regardless of who's at home, I think Pittsburgh pulls one away. I mean, Big Ben isn't the same Big Ben, but I still like this team to compete. And I mean, the spread's so low that it's hard to even like say like, oh, it's gonna be like a 3 point game. But I could see them coming away with either 3 point loss, which would be tough, or the win altogether.
Kev?
I'm going to go with the Browns if Baker's starting.
So Baker is not my worry for who's starting.
Is it
Case Keenum showed out.
Kareem?
Not showed.
And
No, Kareem is on IR. He's not playing. The person I'm worried about is Nick Chubb.
that's what I meant. Nick Chubb.
He's questionable right now. Anybody's projected to start? or
He
play?
said he wants to start. I don't know how much Kevin Stefanski likes his players. Seems like he does. If I was him, I think 1 week for Baker or 10 days for Baker is not enough. But what the fuck do I know? Not a doctor. Nick Chubb, I expect him to play. I don't know if I expect Baker to play. I was surprised Nick Chubb was out. Uh, I'm gonna go Browns because if I lose this, it means the Steelers made a close game or won. So I win. It's a win-win for me.
Wanna play?
Yeah, and I will never bet on the Steelers. So shout out me.
Um. So on to the next game.
I also don't have a lot of faith in Cleveland's defense. They have a lot of injuries. They're kind of under the radar with injuries. But
this next game is one that I'm actually very excited to see this week, regardless of what you think of the two teams. But it's Philly at Detroit. I know we've been saying this on the podcast the last couple times that this is Detroit's week, and I think we get pretty damn close. But
is it Philly
I
at Detroit? Excuse me.
it's Philly at Detroit. I'm really interested in watching this game, and I think I know we say it and we keep saying it, and I might just say it until it happens. But I think Detroit gets their first win, and it may at least cover the spread of 3.5.
Yeah, Kevin,
They
we'll see
played.
you.
They played well against Lamar. They played well against Lamar, like a scrambling quarterback. They played well
What?
against him.
It made Justin Fields look like a fucking superstar.
But he's not.
Well, he
I mean,
is.
like, like Jalen Hurts likes to like. He's not the athlete Lamar is, but
But
you
we'll
know,
make him look fucking good.
No, I believe
God damn it. I want to, but then again, I was just.
I might do this. It might be a segment for me. This is when Detroit gets their first win.
And I tweet out every week. I got my my winless parlay, and I mean, obviously it's just been the Lions now, but maybe they were plus like 750 last week. They kept it within 9, which I was pretty impressed with. They're only gotta keep it
Like
in
they
3.5.
they lead in these games, man, at certain points, and it just ends up falling apart. Like
That being said, I'm taking Philly because I will. They pulled out all the stops to beat the Rams for some reason when they should if they were to do that against Nick Sirianni, who literally has no idea what's going on any time of day, they would have won by 40. But now they got tape on everything, so give me Philly.
I'm taking Detroit on this one, just because I do think somehow they've kept games close, in games that they should get beat by a lot more. Like example, the Ravens, even though that was a while ago at this point. But Philly lost to the Raiders last week by what was the final score? 10 points. Yeah.
33-22 or something like that.
points, yeah.
I mean, Philly's one of them teams too that could just, they should win this obviously because it's the Lions and they haven't won a game yet, and they kept the Buccaneers game close. But Detroit needs that win, and I mean,
hungry dogs run faster.
yes, they have to. I mean, they pulled out the stops against the Rams. They're desperate. What are they going to do against the Eagles? I hope they pull out the stops too on that one, but I think DeAndre Swift and being there, I mean, Jared Goff, never been sold on him.
TJ Hawk.
But yeah, they've got TJ Hawkinson. I mean, they've got enough offensive weapons where they can put up the points. If the defense can stop Jalen Hurts just enough to where their offense can win them the game.
We're coming for
That's a big
kneecaps
thing.
this week.
Yeah, let's go Detroit.
Go Detroit. Yeah, who are you taking?
Take-
I'm waiting for T.J. Hawkinson's breakout game. I don't think he has one this year, so I think this is gonna be it.
I mean, if you're already a top 10, top 8, top 6,
But he
tight
hasn't
end,
really-
do you need a breakout game?
He hasn't had his breakout game for the season.
Yeah,
Alright.
I agree with that. He only has one touchdown, I think.
I don't think he has a game over 80 yards, 90 yards.
You also have to look at the quarterback for that as well.
yeah, I mean, you got Jared
Tyler
Goff.
Higbee
Good
and
about that.
Gerald Everett were in Los Angeles, and they didn't put up great numbers when Goff was there.
What the fuck else is he throwing to? Raymond? Raymond did pretty good last week.
But you telling me I ain't
You know who,
watching
yeah,
any
you know who
games.
that is.
Kev, Ryan, and I are on Detroit. You're on Philly, Sean.
I didn't get my
No,
pick yet.
Yeah, Kev didn't give his. I was
But
waiting for
I'm
his.
going with the Lions, though.
Alright. Smart. I'll be happy if I lose this. I'll say that.
Next game, San Francisco versus Chicago. San Francisco against spread -4.
Yeah, give me San Fran. That's it.
San Francisco's -4.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said San Fran.
Yep. Who's
Give me
starting?
Chicago, man.
Who's starting?
It's probably gonna be Jimmy G.
Yeah, give me San Francisco.
Yeah, San Fran.
Mhm.
Give me Chicago, man. Ronnie.
I'm taking Chicago too. I think their defense is good enough to where they can beat San Fran and Jimmy G.
Yeah, Jimmy G is not as good as people think he is. He's.
I'm not writing on it because Jimmy G. It's Kyle Shanahan.
Even Kyle Shanahan, I mean, the Bears still got Khalil Mack. Their defense is still halfway decent. They're not. I mean, Tom Brady playing against Tom Brady decent, but I think the 49ers are flawed. I don't know. I like Chicago in it.
Yeah, we go into the thing thinking San Francisco is very good, but because they've had injuries the last couple of years, they haven't performed as well. Good save. But I don't know where I don't see enough in these games that they should be winning. They were favored against the Colts and they got their ass kicked. They're 2-5 on the year. I don't expect that from a Kyle Shanahan led team. I know they've had injuries at running back, but they've always been running back by committee. They need receivers, but they're hiding Brandon Ayuk. Why? I need to know this stuff. Until then, I'm taking anybody against Chicago or anybody against San Francisco. 4 is not a lot, but the only thing I'm really worried about is the Chicago offense against that defense. But maybe Justin Fields figures it out and Matt Nagy dies or something. I don't know.
That's a big maybe.
Yeah.
All right, so 2-2 for that one. Next game we have Carolina at Atlanta. Atlanta is favored to win this game, -3.
Yep, I'm gonna take that.
I'm gonna take Carolina. +3.
When does McCaffrey come back?
Fuck, I forgot about McCaffrey. I think
Next
he's
week, I believe.
I'm taking Atlanta if he's not back.
Yeah,
I still believe in a little bit of Matt Ryan to win games. I don't know much about. Was it PJ White? Is that his name? Was his name PJ Walker?
PJ Walker, good try.
Yeah.
with Sam Darnold midseason form, if he's playing.
PJ Walker, I think he's gonna play better than Sam Darnold at this point, but I still like the old Matt Ryan, the Calvin Ridley or Kyle Pitts.
Russell
Then
Gage.
you got Cordell
Kyle Pitts has been hot
Yeah.
last 2 weeks.
Their offense is looking all right. I think Kyle Pitts is gonna be great. Cordell Patterson has somehow had a career
Resurgence.
resurgence, playing great.
I just think this game's gonna be close, and I think the Panthers cover.
Yeah, I think it'll be close, but I think the Falcons will win that by the spread too.
Is it 3 or 3.5?
3.
3.
All right, I'm going to go Atlanta then.
Yeah.
I guess this is very easily
both
be
ways.
a push.
You go both ways.
Matt Ryan's been playing very well. That offense is starting to click with Kyle Pitts getting hot. He's got like probably 250 to 300 receiving yards in his last 2 games. Calvin Ridley's back. He did decent last week. Russell Gage is doing well. Cordell Patterson. I'm worried about the Carolina offense. Our boy Chuba hasn't been getting the yards he should. Sam Darnold is Sam Darnold. I will say I am right about him every week until I am wrong. But once again, I am right about him. Robbie Anderson, who I expected to be decent, is like one of the league leaders in drops. Him and Sam Darnold, who played together in New York, are just... I don't understand what's wrong with them. Robbie Anderson is a deep threat, but he's just not catching anything ever, and it's quite aggravating, and I can't imagine being a Panthers fan because it has to be tough to watch because people thought they would have a good connection together.
Yeah, I think the whole the strength on that offense, it's either DJ Moore or McCaffrey. I mean, DJ Moore, Maryland represent. Dude's great, but he has never really had a great quarterback to throw to him. I think the dude could. You saw
one MVP.
Oh,
Losers.
I've never liked Cam Newton. I don't care what people say. I mean, he won MVP, but I don't believe in his throwing. I think DJ Moore played great when Sam Darnold was playing good at the beginning of the year, but as soon as Sam Darnold kind of regressed, that's been like Sam Darnold's only reliable target to me. He still kind of gets numbers even with Sam Darnold throwing.
I like
couldn't
DJ
imagine.
Moore.
Yeah.
I was quite upset because obviously I lived in North Carolina and I saw a decent amount of Panthers games, and DJ Moore and Curtis Samuel together was a very, very nice dynamic to watch. They were both very good, but so yeah, me, Ronnie, and Kevin are on Atlanta. You got Mark. You got Carolina +3.
Yep.
well.
Next game we have Miami versus the Buffalo Bills. The Bills coming off of a bye week. Rest first Russ, I guess you could say, comes into play here, but it's the Bills against the Dolphins. So Give me the Bills minus 14.
Minus 14. The last time these teams played, which I believe like week 2 or 3, the Bills covered their spread in like the second quarter, and it was 40-0. So take that with what you will. I don't. Miami is looking for a quarterback. Apparently, they don't trust Tua. Surprise, surprise. I think Buffalo's defense is one of the best in the league right now. They also play in the softest division, but I'm taking Buffalo with the points.
I'm taking Buffalo as well. I mean, look at the two teams. The Dolphins are what, on a 6-game losing streak?
Yep.
And then you got the Bills, who are one of the best teams in the AFC.
On a 5-game winning streak.
Yeah.
Excuse me, they lost. They lost last time. They're
Did they-
5-2.
yeah.
My bad.
Yeah. But either way, I still think they whooped the Dolphins. No problem.
Kevin, you just gonna watch us or
I'm
what?
gonna watch you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm thinking. No, I'm going with the Bills.
So this is I've been thinking about this, but could Brian Flores be coaching for his job?
Yes.
Everybody says they like him. I've heard a lot of Patriots fans say he was good in that organization, and they went like 10.
Most of them are until they go out by themselves. Matt
And,
Patricia was great.
They went 10-6 last year, but is this
Don't say that name ever again,
one's-
Mark.
would
That's true.
Don't you
Bill
ever,
O'Brien was great.
ever say
yeah,
that.
true.
Yeah.
You
That's a
know
good
that
one.
They're always good in the organization. It's when they leave. So I don't think it matters what they say. I mean, Josh McDaniels tried to go out. He was probably the most successful one,
That
but he
name,
went and then he came back.
that
So,
name
Yeah.
is banned from this podcast.
but yeah, interesting enough. I do think he is coaching for his job there, Sean. To answer your question, I don't know.
Yeah, I think so as well. But I'd be interested to see how short the leash is, even though they went like 10-6 last year and almost made the playoffs. So
On to the next game. We have Tennessee at Indianapolis. Indianapolis is favored minus 1.5. I think Tennessee's hot right now. Give me Tennessee plus 1.5.
Tennessee at Indy minus 1.5, correct?
Yep.
It's gonna be a close game.
I think Tennessee is just hot right now.
So is the Colts. Colts are hot too.
Yeah.
Colts have played well the past couple weeks.
I'm gonna go with Colts.
I'm taking the Titans as well. And I'm gonna say it's not gonna be because of Derrick Henry either, because I know the Colts have like Darius Leonard and stuff. I mean, he's great. He can probably help stop Derrick Henry, but I mean, just look at like last week with like AJ Brown and stuff like that. Like they were airing it out. I mean, AJ Brown's great. It's Julio. So he's not injured or anything, right?
No, he's playing.
He's playing, and they've got him. I like the Titans' defense too. What's the spread on it?
1.5.
1.5 favor in the Colts.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, that's why. Yeah, I'll take the Titans on that one.
This game should be a push.
This one's gonna be very close, I think.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the one that you don't want to bet on, in my opinion. Because both teams are hot. I just like the Titans right now because just because of they whooped the Chiefs. I mean, you can say what you want about the Chiefs, but they still whooped the Chiefs.
I don't know. They whooped the Bills. Not whooped, but they beat the Bills as a surprising underdog. They whooped the Chiefs. But neither of those teams have the rushing attack or the offensive line of Indianapolis. I'm a big fan of Jonathan Taylor. He's second in the league in rushing right now. He's probably, I don't get to watch a lot of him, but he's on one of my fantasy teams, and I like to. He's producing very well. That offensive line is very good. Carson Wentz has been playing very good. I think for safety reasons, dude, I think we're thinking. I don't understand how if Indianapolis was +1.5, I would take Indianapolis, but Tennessee being +1.5, I have to go Tennessee. I don't understand this line. This is a weird line.
Yeah, I agree. But still going with Indianapolis.
All right. On to the 4 o'clock games. We have the Patriots at the LA Chargers. Chargers favored -4.
I mean, give me the Chargers every day of the week.
Yeah.
I don't think that offense. They're not playing the Jets every weekend, so give me the Chargers.
Chargers for me as well.
I think Chargers as well. Offense is too good.
That's an easy one. I think this next one gets a little interesting. Jacksonville at Seattle. -3.5 for Seattle.
Seattle.
I'm taking Jacksonville.
I'm taking Jacksonville.
And that's just because of Geno. Like, it's Geno, man. We've seen him with the Jets. Seen him with the Jets.
Geno been doing
We
good,
saw him
right?
last week. They only had like a few plays over 20+ yards, like, and two of them are from like a running back or something like that, or like 10+ yards or something. I don't believe in Geno. Never.
This is a 4:25 game.
Yes.
4:05.
That means
Oh
was
my god,
Seattle.
this is the worst. I don't want to watch this.
I'm not watching it either, but I believe in Trevor Lawrence over Geno.
Yeah, and for that reason, that's why I'm taking the Jags +3.5.
No, I don't trust the Jags defense. What was the score to the Monday night game?
Like 13-10 or some shit, like 17.
Oh, it was 13-10. Bad weather though, bad weather. Fuck. Well, that just destroyed my argument, but I am a Trevor.
You're thinking too hard.
I am a Trevor Lawrence guy. I'm gonna go with Trevor Lawrence, although I don't like it. I think Kevin's got the. It's us versus Kevin this week, and I don't like it at all.
Kevin, you're like
He
undefeated.
just picks the favorites every time.
Shit, I don't fucking know. I mean, it's obvious.
I don't
Some of it's
think
obvious.
Seattle's got a good defense, but I don't believe in them.
Give me a sec. His only underdog is Green Bay and Detroit right now.
Okay, so on to the next one. We have our 4 o'clock game here. Our Washington versus Denver. Denver favored -3.
I'm picking
These
Washington.
are awful 4 o'clock games. I just want to let you guys know that.
Yeah, these are 4 o'clock games. And
Awful. What was the spread
3.
for Denver?
Yep.
Give me Washington.
Washington rebounds this week. Not for anything long term. They're not turning the season around, but they rebound off the slump and they get a win in Denver. I think Heineke has a hell of a game. Terry McLaurin is just running in that Denver that mile high air.
Got extra speed.
The ball is gonna have a little bit more loft on it. The way that Taylor throws the ball.
Yeah,
You know
maybe he'll be able to hold it over the line this week. And
Hey,
I hope. I swear.
it's different, but I think Washington at least covers that +3. I think it's gonna be a close game.
Yeah. I'm taking Washington as well.
all right, I'm taking.
Denver has a beat up secondary.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this too, just because I think Washington's defensive line showed up last week, so this might be a turn of a page, and they might be starting to come together defensively. And Teddy has not played well at all. They played terrible against the Browns, so I think Montez Sweat, Jonathan Allen, De'Aaron Payne, and Chase Young just rush him and pressure him all game long, and he's going to make some mistakes. And I think Washington's defense will probably win him this game.
Yeah,
I think Taylor Heide
I'm
can play
expecting
well,
a few
but
turnovers this weekend.
I hope. We'll see.
I'm picking Washington as well. There you go.
I might pick Denver this one. I think Jerry Judy's coming back.
I am.
All right, and who's got Cortland Sutton?
Somebody.
Clan.
Yeah. All right. Just for that, I'm taking Denver. I think it's harder to play in Denver. -3 will probably give me a push in this one. If not, they probably straight up lose. Don't love this pick, but show me something Washington defense before I fucking give you a cookie. So
Fair enough. The next and last 4 o'clock game is Tampa Bay in New Orleans. Tampa Bay's favored -4.5. That line's way too low for me. I think this is just like it's one of those things you can't overthink it. Just look at the lines, look at the teams that are playing. Give me Tampa Bay.
easy.
Yep.
This is a strict. New Orleans is what? They're 4-3, 5-2, something like that. But they haven't really played a good team yet, besides the Packers week 1. Tampa Bay just
They're hot.
shits on everybody. Tom Brady is on a roll.
MVP.
Probably. I don't have any faith in New Orleans. But yeah, give me Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I'm taking Tampa Bay all day. I mean, look what they just did to the Bears. Like,
Yeah.
It's just like it's what I don't know why the line is the way it is. It's I don't know.
what was that game against the Bears? 38-3.
Yeah.
35-point spread. Like, I can't see Jameis Winston and the Saints coming close to that.
And then we turn to Sunday night, Dallas at Minnesota. Minnesota's favored in this game, -2.5.
Oh my god, I
Really?
hate this game too.
I mean, I was gonna pick the Vikings, but like, I'll go with Dallas.
Now you're just worried because we said you're taking on the favorite.
Yeah, we got you, dog. I
No,
do this all the time, dude. I talk to people that don't really bet, and they're like, and I call them out like, "Oh, you're taking all these favorites," and they're like, "No, I won't," and they pick the next 4 underdogs.
I'm gonna take. As much as I hate saying it, I'm gonna have to take Dallas.
I'm taking.
Kirk Cousins cannot perform in primetime games.
He
I was waiting
can't
for you to say that.
do all that in Washington. Yeah,
He can't do it.
I'm
Ryan, are
taking
you
Dallas
taking?
too. I just think Dallas's offense is too good right now, and I mean, if you look at Kirk Cousins and that offense, I just don't think they compete.
I'm taking Minnesota strictly because of Kirk and prime. He's played well the last couple times in prime time. This is a
I hope I'm wrong.
this
I
is
hope I am
a
too.
extremely ignorant spread. How is Minnesota favored at all?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't understand that
I
one.
don't know if it's because they're at home.
That's why I gotta take them. This is a sucker pick. If I lose this, I'm a fucking sucker for taking it. I'm a fucking sucker, but I don't understand how they're favored. All right. I know why it's fucking favored because Dak Prescott's like questionable.
Yeah.
Is he? I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Calf.
Yeah,
He's gonna
and
play,
He's gonna
probably.
play.
he's a game time decision as of right now. He's on my fantasy team, and of course, my other 2 quarterbacks are Mac Jones and Zach Wilson. So I hope he does
Who's-
play.
Who's Dak's backup right now?
Would it be?
Last year was Dalton, so I have no clue what it is this year.
Blaine Gabbert.
That sounds right.
I feel like that
Yeah.
was a good guess by me.
Call me crazy, but I feel like even if Blaine Gabbert starts, the way Dallas has played, I still think they make that one close. Possibly win. I mean, their offense and their defense has showed up. And they're a tough team right now. I mean, they've only lost to the Buccaneers. And I mean, we're talking Buccaneers, Tom Brady. So.
Cooper Rush is the backup,
Cooper Rush.
Yeah.
and then
Who's
Will
that?
Greer, and then Will Greer.
Shout out Will Greer, West Virginia.
I don't know who
Country
Will Greer
Roads.
is. I don't know who the fuck Cooper Rush is.
They start him, they lose.
Yeah, that's probably the Lions where it's at. But yeah. So there's the Sunday night game. On to Monday night. New York Giants in Kansas City. -9.5. I think this is Kansas City's bounce
Yeah.
back game.
Yep.
They
That's a
just-
Monday night game.
That's what.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
What is the NFL thinking?
I
After
think they-
these 1 o'clock games, these 4 o'clock Sunday night and Monday night games, awful.
That's the worst Monday night game I've seen in years. That's terrible.
I think the
I
Chiefs.
mean,
I
we
think the
literally just
Chiefs
watched the 13
bounce
to 10
back.
game.
I think the Chiefs bounce back, kind of get things back on track, and they just light the Giants up.
This is the defense to Patrick Mahomes to figure it out. Some people are saying, I'm hearing in my ear that the league has figured out Patrick Mahomes. So I think they're fucking stupid. So give me the Chiefs.
I'm taking the Chiefs too. I think it's an easy one, in
Yep.
my opinion.
Watch the Giants fucking beat him like 35-3 or some shit.
Yeah.
I hope so. Daniel Jones is quite good on the road.
That's true. But that covers all the games this weekend.
Anybody else got anything?
No, I don't.
Nope.
I do not either. Get all my frustration out in the first little bit.
Like first 15 minutes.
It was a rant session.
Deservedly so.
I
say so.
agree. I agree.
Well, all right. I guess we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining us on our trip to Mars.
See you guys.
I'll try to get the video up on YouTube by tomorrow. We'll see though. It should be up tomorrow.